Hi guys, I hope you're well. So at the Esther Project, we are currently looking at our goals and we are looking at performance goals and things like that. But let me just, rewind it back a little bit. The Lord, I asked the Lord, "Oh, what do you want us to talk about? Or no, how do we start? And then just the very day we started, the Lord told me to talk about Rizpah. Now, who is Rizpah? Rizpah is one of Saul's concubine, and she had children with him. This is where a story came to light in the book of 2 Samuel chapter 21. There was a covenant between the Israelites and the Gibeonites, not to kill them. But Saul, the king Saul, during his time, had broken that covenant and he had killed the Gibeonites. So, and in the time of David, there was famine, and David inquired of the Lord why this was happening, and the Lord told him that this was due to what Saul had done. This is someone that is already dead, mind you. This is why, the implication of what you do as a leader. It's in this, especially in this story, you will see the effects of the decision that you make as a leader, as a head, how it affects people. May not immediate to you or even generations after you. So David went to speak to the Gibeonites and asked them, what can we do to atone for our sins, I guess is the way to put it, or to make restitution, And they told them that they wanted 7 of Saul's hair, like Saul's children. And so it happened that the 7 children that they took were 2 of them were the sons of Rizpah, the concubine of Saul, and the remaining 5 were the 5 sons of Merab, the daughter of Saul. The interesting thing about the story of Rizpah was that when they killed the children, so I believe they were men. When they were killed, their body was just left laying on the hill exposed. And Rizpah, being the mother that she is, she decided to camp next to the bodies of her children, the dead bodies of her children, and she stayed around there. She made sure that nothing touched their body, animal, nothing, not a fly or anything during the day or even at night. She camped near the bodies of her children for months. This was not days, this was months. At the Esther Project, we've been looking at this story. We've kind of broken it down and we're just taking some things out of the story. First of all, the resilience of a woman. David knew about what she had done, and then he took action. He decided then to go and take the bodies, the bones and everything, and also the bodies, or the bones of Saul and Jonathan, to give them a proper burial. I would say she did a silent protest. She did what was due, what she knew she could do, and she stuck to it, and she created a move. She moved a nation. Obviously, we could see that it was an action that made David to make a move. And then it was after then we heard that God answered the prayer of the nation. This woman just did a silent act, and it created a revolution, because now there is a tradition that is linked back to her in the Jewish culture. She was committed to her goal. We may not know why she did what she did. Whatever she did, she stuck to it until a change happened, until something happened. I admired her resilience. Another thing you would say from that story that we were also looking at was the fact that she was not the only person that was grieving at this time. Obviously, there was Merab, who had 5 sons. But she didn't care about whether, it may seem insensitive, but she was just focused on what she had to do. She was just focused on what she had to do, and she stuck to it. No matter what, she remained with those bodies, no matter what, until something happened, until something changed. Now, she couldn't bring the child, obviously, she couldn't bring the dead body back to life. But what I took from her story was a story of a resilient woman, a story of a woman that, she believed in something, she had something, and she stuck to it, no matter what. You could just imagine the people who could have mocked her because of that. Who could have said, oh, this woman's gone crazy. She's gone mad. And I'm just thinking to herself that what are the things that you have started doing, or the things that you have been asked to do and you think it does not make sense? It's not making sense. I want you to put on the spirit of Rizpah today. And it's interesting because we're looking at a story in terms of goals. Things that you have in your hand. In the past board conference, we were talking about, Elroy, the God will see you have something that you've birthed, that you're pregnant for, something that you're about to give birth, or you've already given birth, and you have that thing. And it may seem like it's hopeless or it's not making sense. I believe the story of Rizpah is an encouragement to us to stick to it, regardless of what people may say. Don't look at how big or how small about what others are doing. Oh, theirs is so big, or theirs is, oh, I cannot even stand next to those people. There's this probably inferiority complex that may come along your way that may make you feel like, oh, I'm not worthy. For example, people will have said, oh, why is she doing that? Miriam is the one that should be doing it because she's lost more. But she did not care. She just stuck to what she's got, what is right before her. She just stuck to her goal. She stuck to what I want to keep this body. I will make sure nothing touched, not even, and let's believe this was dangerous. Because to make sure that not even a beast would touch, just imagine what she could have put herself, the danger she could have put herself through. Now, one of the things I mentioned was that she was grieving, fair enough. She was grieving, and maybe it was a grief that, pushed her to that. Who knows? But whatever it may be, it brought about a result. It brought the attention of a king. What is it that you may think is dead? Do not look at whether you think you're worthy of it or not. You may think, oh, I'm not worthy to be doing it because there are people that are bigger, people that deserve this better. I remember when I was told to do something and I thought, no, don't pick me. I'm not worthy. I'm not a nice person. I'm not worthy to do this. The Lord was telling me that it's not about whether you think you are or not. It is what I want to do through you. It's what I want to do through you. So I just want to encourage us today, this year, as we enter into the new year, because right now in the Esther Project we are talking about our goals, how to make our goals. Because so much, yes, there's also the spiritual side, but there's also the practical side. There are things that you need to do as well. Rizpah was resilient. This was a decision, an action. She decided as well. So you also need to take actionable steps towards that goal. And this is what we are currently doing at the Esther Project. And I'm just here to encourage you as well that have the resilience of Rizpah. Go at it. Do not let inferiority complex stop you. Do not let your fears stop you. Do not let your anxiety stop you. Go and set those goals and make it big. Don't make it big. Make it audacious. Make it like it does not even, this is crazy. This does not even make sense. Do that. I want to challenge you to do that this year. And obviously there are other things that you need to do as well, to make sure that those goals, because all those goals you're writing are just performance goals. You also need to do some growth goals in addition to that as well. But I'm going to leave it here today, guys. I hope maybe next time I'll talk more about this, but I hope this has blessed you one way or the other, and I'll see you guys in the next video.